I'm now coming into a town called Mödlareuth. It's approximately just under 2 kilometers from here, and I'm in Thuringia, which was then East Germany. And what Mödlareuth is best known for is a little village which was divided into, it looked like a little bit like Berlin, a little Berlin I've heard it referred to. And because part of it was in Thuringia, and the other half is in Bavaria, or Saxony and Bavaria, should I say. And the it was split in two. There was a wall down it. I remember that I think it's from here. I'm going to find out now where there was a house where half the house was in one country and half the house was in another country. And with obviously it was East and West Germany, so there was no oh, and look at that on the right as we go past. That to me looks like the border, the wall. And I was told it had been left here, and I can see it has been left here. That was the initial wall, because the border was further. That was the one to stop people getting into the death zone. And this is Mödlareuther. Right, so now I'm going to have to park the car somewhere and have a prowl around. 14 kilometers from Heath. I went well the wrong way by following the road signs. I don't know, it took me about 30. Oh, it's T34. Oh, but everything, yeah, look at that, there's the wall. This is what people have to put up with every single day of their lives. It was probably in better nick then though. Oh, and there's a truck control tower. And there's the Saal River. So the border will be down here somewhere. So, time to park the car and get out. And there's East German border post. Sorry, it isn't the Saal River, it was a pond. Well, getting out the car here in Mödlareuth, the first thing you're greeted with is this very German smell, a countryside smell. It smells a bit like manure, though it's probably this fertiliser stuff that they couldn't. So nobody could have that much manure. Now there's this rather charming building, appears to be a museum, which is called the German Museum. Or the Germanic Museum. I don't know how to translate that actually. Deutsches Museum. And there you have it. A sign greeting you. So, yes, here you are in the village of Mödlareuther, a part of the DDR border, 700 meters long, a concrete structure. Three clicks to Berlin, 300 clicks to Munich. There you are, stuck between the two capitals of Germany.
Wenn du die selber jetzt finanzieren müsstest, so. Das ist doch so.
It seems a bit ridiculous today. In fact, for those of us who actually remember these things very clearly, I never actually would imagine it ended up like this open. Can't recognise any of the buildings from the photograph. I do recognise these border posts though. There used to be warnings that where the border posts are, not to go up to them because it doesn't actually, in many cases, mark the border. The border, in fact, in this case, could have stood here, and 2 meters further is there the East German border. This photograph, though, we've got the wall, 2 walls, tank traps, and all the rest of it. Quite recognisable. Even some of the trees seem to be the same. Well, looking behind, there's the pond, for example, bottom left-hand corner. There's the pond. Pond's in the same place, and there's the barn, for example, on the far right, which seems to be here, and some of the houses. And can't see the border post. No, the border post will be hidden by the wall, sorry. So I'm approximately here now, somewhere down here. Well, these days it costs €3 to get in. There you have it. And but in the old days, you used to be able to get in for nothing. It was getting out was the problem. Very similar posts. The towers. I filmed this before, for example, in Marienborn, or south of Marienborn. Just the death zone. And the fence, apparently, this is still electrified. I don't really think that taking a museum's accuracy that much is necessary. The wall took different forms, as can be seen. The mesh. The advantage of the mesh is that you can see through it. The disadvantage is it's easier to get over. And now, the finer the mesh, the for example, the holes. I mean, it's much more difficult to get over something like that. That would be if the holes were any bigger. Statement of the obvious. And it's quite usual to mesh facing the east rather than facing the west. There's a reason for that, and I can't remember what it was. Right, so I'm going back into West Germany now. There we can see the pipe was put over the top of the breeze blocks. The point of putting a pipe over it is to stop people actually throwing something over and pulling it. Pulling themselves over like a rope or something like that. There's nothing to get a hold of. It's very difficult to get a grip on a pipe. Particularly the bigger the pipe, the harder it is to get the grip within reason, of course. If you're huge, then you will have some kind of a grip, but there's a certain point. And that one there shows the level to which that's probably a very optimal size for not getting a grip, or maybe slightly bigger. Looking through here, you see the length, the depth. I believe that this is not. It's not a museum piece or something like that. This is original stuff. That sign there probably isn't, but what is beyond it, I believe to be original. I stand to be corrected, of course. Here we have a photograph. One more. Landesgrenze. And signs like this, which I do remember seeing, not here, further north, near Lubeck. So there we have what it looked like from 88, 89. The amount of control areas. Thing is, the people are living very close too, as can be seen, and it's pouring with rain. I'm not certain why I paid the €3. I mean, it's just completely open. In fact, the lady there, I mean, I had to sort of more or less insist that I wanted to pay.